It's 4 days before payday and your account is already empty. You've been here before, but back then you earned half as much. The raise came. The empty account stayed. Here's what almost everyone gets wrong about this. They think it's a discipline problem, that if they just budgeted harder, saved more, said no more often, they'd finally feel free. It's not. The trap you're in doesn't break when your income goes up. That's when it switches on. It was built to grow at exactly your speed, so the more successful you become, the tighter it closes. And what built it isn't a person or a plan, it's 3 forces working together. By the end, you'll see the one piece of it that only you can touch, and why no raise will ever reach it for you. Think back to the last time your income jumped. For a few weeks, everything felt lighter, and then nothing. The new number quietly became the normal number, and the relief just evaporated. You're not ungrateful. You're adapting. And adaptation is faster than you think. Someone exactly like you, let's call him Marcus, chased a promotion for 3 years. First paycheck, he felt untouchable. By month 2, the bigger number was background noise. By month 3, he was already staring at the next level up. Psychologists Philip Brickman and Donald Campbell named this in 1971 the hedonic treadmill. Years later, Brickman studied lottery winners. People handed life-changing sums and found something that should disturb you. Within a relatively short time, they were no happier than ordinary people, and they took less pleasure from small everyday things. The win didn't raise their baseline, it reset it. So the raise was never going to make you feel rich for long. That part is automatic, but adaptation alone doesn't trap you, it just resets your wanting. For the cage to hold something has to lock the new level in place. When was the last time you upgraded just one thing? You didn't. The new phone made the old case look cheap. The better couch made the rug look wrong. One upgrade quietly demanded the next, and you never made a decision to spend more. You got recruited into it. Marcus moved into the apartment his new salary deserved. But his old furniture looked wrong in it, so the couch. Then the neighborhood had a standard of its own. The car, the clothes, the dinners with people who lived at that level. None of it felt like a choice. It felt like a correction. Anthropologist Grant McCracken called this the Diderot effect. After an 18th century writer who was given one elegant robe and ended up replacing his entire study to match it. Our possessions form a unity, McCracken showed. Drop one item above your level into it and everything else gets pulled up to meet it. So your spending was never a series of decisions, it's a chain reaction, and every link makes the next one feel necessary, even invisible. You could still walk it back in theory, except your own brain has other plans. Why is it so easy to climb to a higher lifestyle, and so quietly devastating to climb back down? Notice that giving up the car, the place, the habits doesn't feel like inconvenience. It feels like failure, like losing a piece of yourself. Hold on to that feeling, because here's what's actually happening underneath it. The moment a luxury becomes your everyday, your brain does something silent and permanent. It stops filing that luxury as a bonus and starts filing it as a baseline, as survival. And the brain doesn't negotiate over survival, it defends it. When Marcus's hours turned brutal, he ran the numbers on downsizing. Smaller place, old car, lower fixed costs. On paper it worked perfectly, but every version of it felt like defeat. So he stayed. His lifestyle could go up. It could not come down. That door only opens one way. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky showed why this is wired in, not chosen. Their work on loss aversion found that losing something hurts us far more than gaining the same thing pleases us. So once yesterday's luxury gets reclassified as today's floor, dropping it doesn't register as spending less. It registers as amputation. That's the lock, not weakness wiring. Your lifestyle ratchets up and never down because your own brain keeps turning what you wanted yesterday into what you can't live without today. And once that floor is high enough, it quietly changes who's actually in charge of your life. Here's the part that should sting. The higher your fixed costs climb, the more your big income stops being freedom and becomes the one thing you can no longer afford to lose. You can't take the pay cut for the better job, can't risk the idea, can't take the month off. You earn more than ever and you have fewer moves than ever. Remember that empty account 4 days before payday? Marcus has it too, except his salary is now double. On paper, he's wealthy, good title, rising net worth, the life that looks like winning. But his money is welded inside a life he can't pause. He isn't free. He's expensive to keep. Economists Sendhil Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir found that scarcity, that grinding sense of never having enough, isn't really about how much you earn. It's about the gap between what you have and what you've already committed to. Scarcity captures the mind, they showed, narrowing it until you can't think past the next bill. And that gap can open at any income because your obligations rose to swallow every dollar you added. So the person who looks the most successful can be the least free of all. Rich on paper, cornered in practice. Here's the thing that changes everything once you see it. The trap was never the money. It was a definition you never agreed to out loud, that every time you earn more, you should live more until there's no space left between what you make and what you owe. That space, the gap between your income and your lifestyle, is the only freedom there actually is. It's what lets you say no, walk away, take the risk, rest. Everything you just saw, the reset, the cascade, the reclassification, does one single thing. It closes that gap. And a closed gap is a cage, no matter how large the numbers locked inside it. But here's the part your brain fights hardest. Keeping that gap open will feel like deprivation, like missing out, because the same wiring that built the trap reads any unspent money as a loss. So the move was never to spend less through willpower. Willpower loses to wiring every time. The move is to stop letting your brain call the gap a loss and start seeing it for what it is. The distance between you and the cage. You were never bad with money. You were running a program built to scale with you dollar for dollar. The exit isn't a bigger paycheck. It's the one thing the system can't do for you. Letting your lifestyle rise slower than your income, on purpose. And refusing to call the difference anything but freedom. If this changed how you look at your own paycheck, the next one to watch is why you're bad with money. It was decided before age 7. Because the reason you closed that gap without thinking started long before your first salary. It's in the playlist below.